Alright, hey guys, so earlier this year I went on a trip with my girlfriend to New York City, and while I was there I got some records. I didn't get like a ton, but I got some good ones, and I forgot to make a video when I first came back, or I just didn't get around to it. Eventually they kind of got mixed up, but here's some of the ones. I don't think this is all of them, but this is a lot of the records that I got in New York City. I looked at some record stores, I think, and I didn't find anything that great, because everything in New York is just, the prices are through the roof. It's ridiculous. But then I went to a like a thrift store, like a Goodwill kind of thing, and I found some records there, and that was pretty cool. I think I got 2 records there. If there's any more, then I am missing it. We have Led Zeppelin's first album. This is a later pressing, but it's like really, really clean, so that was pretty cool. And I think these were like $2 each. And the second one I got there was a UK pressing, Buddy Holly's Greatest Hits. That's pretty cool to find to me. I love UK pressings, as if you watch my videos and you know. I'm Coral. And then I also found, I think there's like 2 different vendors on the streets for records that I found. And it's kind of bad because like it's hot there in New York City at the time, and he just has all these records laying out, baking in the sun. But I got 2. I know for a fact I'm forgetting some of these, but here's 2 of the ones I got there. I got Fifth Dimension by the Byrds. I think these are $5 each. And then we have Retrospective, The Best of Buffalo Springfield. I think this one might have been a little bit less. I'm not sure. But then I went to a record store that I've been wanting to go to. It's in Greenwich Village. Well, so here's the cover for The Freewheelin', Bob Dylan. Now this is taken in Greenwich Village in New York City. And if you look on the road here, the record store is like right over here to the right. And in the window, he even has a few copies of this, and I asked him about it, and he goes on talking to us about all these different things, and walks us down and shows us where he lived and stuff, and where different photos were taken of him, and it was really, really cool. And then he took our photo, me and my girlfriend's, in the same position as this album cover. It's not exactly the same, but it's still pretty cool to have your photo taken there. Here it is. Pretty cool. So while I was there, he had a bunch of cool stuff. He had some Japanese Beatles albums, but I mean, they were like $30 or something like that, so I didn't really have the money to spend on them, but I still got some cool albums there. I have 4 of them here. His prices were kind of weird sometimes. Like, sometimes they were pretty expensive, and other times I was just like, wow, that's ridiculously cheap. For instance, there's this first one. He just had a stack of records sitting on the counter, and I saw this. Cream, Wheels of Fire. This original pressing, with a shininess to it. And I asked him how much that was, and he was like, oh, it's not that great of a copy. I'll give it to you for $2. So I was like, okay, I'll definitely take that. But I mean, you look at the records, and it plays very, very well. I don't know what he's talking about, how this is a bad copy of it. I don't know if he just wants like absolutely perfect records or what, but it plays very, very well. And also in that stack, there was this, A Hard Day's Night by the Beatles. This is a pressing from Chile. Now, it is pretty beat up, but still, like, this is really, really rare to find, and like, I wasn't expecting to find anything like this. But the pressings in Chile, they're very like, flimsy, but they come in this bag here, and that's the main thing with it. It's just all ripped up, the bag, and it's dirty, and it kind of makes it look bad. But that's how you're supposed to have it. Like, when you open it, it opens so that it keeps the bag on the record, and goes all the way inside. So you're not supposed to take it off. So that's good that it's still there. And it's on the Odeon label, and it plays fairly well. I was actually surprised because it looks pretty scratched up. When I played it, it actually played really, really nicely. I asked him how much it was, and he was like, "Oh, you don't want that." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I do." And he was like, "Oh well, it's all messed up. You don't want anything like that." And, I think he just didn't think that I was like a big collector. I don't know if I'm because I'm kind of young or what, but he's saying, "Oh, you don't want that." And I'm like, "Yes, I do. I really want that." So he's saying, "All right, fine." I mean, if it was in better shape, I would probably charge a couple $100, but because of the shape that it's in, I'll give it to you for $25. So that's what I got it for. Pretty cool to find. And then I got this reissue of the Kinks, or the Village Green Preservation Society. This is an album that I've wanted, so really awesome to find. I mean, obviously I'd rather have an original pressing, but still, reissue's fine for me. I've never seen one ever in real life, so cool to find. And finally, we have this special collector's edition of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. It has the different cover with like more of the photo to it, and I talk more about it in my other video of Sgt. Pepper's, so if you want to look at that, then you can. It just has some alternate versions of songs and stuff, and it's pretty cool. Yep, so that's what I got in New York City. Thank you guys for watching. Please feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate your comments. See you next video.